Hey, what's up, guys? So, today we're going to talk about something that a lot of people claim to experience, but a lot of people either brush it off or don't want to believe it. It's called V2K or voice to skull technology. So, I just want to start off by saying that the question isn't whether this technology is real or not, because this has already been proven. We already know it's real. The science has been around for decades, and I'm talking about the Frey effect, which was discovered way back in the 1960s. This technology isn't science fiction, it's military documented, and it's been tested. Technology has come a long way since then, and we'd be naive to think they're still not experimenting. So this isn't about guessing or conspiracy, this is about connecting the dots and understanding how things work, and I'm going to break it down in a way that's simple and clear, because we all deserve to know what's happening. So let's start with the Frey effect, because that's the foundation of what V2K is based upon. So back in the 1960s, a scientist named Dr. Alan Frey made a strange discovery. He found that if you exposed a person to pulsed microwave radiation, they could actually hear sounds, even though there was no speaker or sound source around them. The sound didn't come through their ears, it was transmitted directly into their brain. So how does that even work, you ask? Well, here's the simple version. When microwaves hit the head in short pulses, they cause the tissue in your skull and brain to heat up very slightly and very quickly. That sudden heating creates tiny pressure waves, kind of like mini shock waves, and those pressure waves travel through your skull and into your inner ear. Your brain interprets that as sound. So this technology isn't magic, it's just physics, and they proved it over 50 years ago. So the military picked up on this technology pretty quick, because if you can send messages into someone's head without needing a phone, without needing a speaker, or without them even knowing where it's coming from, that's a powerful weapon. Now let's fast forward to today. Think about how far technology has advanced since the 60s. We've gone from rotary phones to smartphones that can recognize your face and track your location 24/7. So imagine what the military or intelligence agencies could do with 50 years of silent research into this stuff. Now here's where it gets a little personal for us, because many people have come forward saying they hear voices that no one else can hear. They say it sounds like someone's talking to them directly, sometimes commenting on their actions, or sometimes insulting them, and sometimes giving them threats or strange commands. And this isn't just happening to one or two people, there are thousands of people online and around the world describing the exact same thing. Some are veterans, some are whistleblowers, some are just regular people trying to live a normal life. So could this be part of a covert test program? I believe it is. The military has a long history of experimenting on people without consent. Just look up things like MK Ultra or radiation testing on civilians. So it's not a stretch to believe that V2K is being tested on targeted individuals. And then we have Havana syndrome. This was first reported by US diplomats and CIA agents stationed in Cuba around 2016. They described sudden sharp pains in their heads, hearing buzzing or clicking sounds, and developing neurological symptoms like dizziness, memory problems, and even brain damage. These people were medically evaluated and doctors confirmed something very real happened to them. At first, the government called it a mystery illness. Then they said it might be a mass psychogenic illness. In other words, they tried to say it was all in their heads. But too many credible people were affected, and the symptoms, they matched microwave-based attacks. Many scientists now believe Havana syndrome could be the result of pulsed microwave weapons, the exact same tech behind the Frey effect and V2K. If it can happen to US diplomats overseas, what makes you think they're not testing it right here at home? So what has the military said about all this? Well, they admitted quite a bit, just not publicly on the evening news. In declassified documents, there are references to silent sound weapons, microwave auditory weapons, and non-lethal psychological control systems. The US Army, Navy, and Air Force have all done research into psychotronic weapons, which can affect mood, cognition, and behavior using frequencies and directed energy. The NSA, CIA, and DARPA have all funded technologies related to mind-machine communication, surveillance, and crowd control using electromagnetic fields. They don't call it voice-to-skull on paper, but they describe systems that do exactly that. So the breadcrumbs are there, you just have to look. So, could someone actually be testing this technology out on you without your consent as part of a secret program? Yes, that's possible. We live in a world where governments, militaries, and private defense contractors test tech all the time on people without telling them. MK Ultra was real, radiation tests on civilians happen, so why not this? But here's where you have to stay grounded. Not every voice in your head is from a machine. Sometimes it's your own intrusive thoughts. Everyone gets them. You might hear something strange, uncomfortable, or dark in your own voice or even a different tone and wonder if it's someone targeting you. And sometimes you might be right, but other times it's just your mind under stress. That's why it's important to discern what's what. So before you jump to conclusions, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Is this a consistent pattern or a one-time thing? Does it sound like a real voice from outside or a thought from within? Am I hearing it during stress or fatigue? Is this voice clear like someone's in the room or distorted like a CB radio or walkie-talkie? People often describe V2K as unnatural speech, robotic, echoey, metallic, like a synthetic whisper or radio being tuned in. Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's broken up or sounds like it's echoing inside your skull. That's the unnatural quality that gives it away. So again, the technology is real. That's not a theory. The real mystery is who's using it, how they're doing it, and why you, or anyone else that might be chosen as a test subject. So let's bring this all together. The Frey effect is real, V2K is real, and whether you believe it's being used by governments, rogue agencies, or some shadow group, people are suffering, and the least we can do is stop gaslighting them. Whether it's microwave weapons, psychological warfare, or both, it's time we start having real conversations about it, because staying silent only lets us continue. Alrighty guys, I hope this video helps give you understanding. Let me know in the comments what your opinion is on this topic. Alrighty guys, stay blessed out there. Take care.